what will we do? We're going to figure out what we'd like to do, who's going to do it, by when, and how we can keep track of our success. So let's move right into our first activity, having done our opening and our introductions. So this is going to be a brainstorming activity. And what it's going to do is it's going to build a foundation that's going to help us use these steps to get to our final action plan. How we're going to do it is I'm going to describe for you kind of an amalgamation of a couple of customer experiences that we've received in our feedback. And then I'm going to ask you to just brainstorm about that and think, what are some of the things that sadly went wrong? Now I want you to know I'm taking a risk here with you guys, because sometimes it's sensitive to talk about the negative, right? I mean, how many people ask you to come out and say what went wrong? But I think we have to do a ruthless assessment of reality sometimes. And I think you guys are up for that. So that's my thought. And then also, you know, maybe we're flipping the switch from how we always try to describe everything in a positive manner, and that new perspective will give us some new ideas. So let me describe for you the scenario. Again, this is from several different customers. You're familiar with our traditional pharmacy layout, right? It's kind of a long horizontal area. There's one booth where you drop off your medication request, and another one where you pick it up. So this customer went to the drop-off area, dropped it off, and was told how long to wait. Went away, did some shopping, came back to the pickup area, was told was not ready yet. So she stepped away again for only a minute or two, came back and stood at the counter for a few minutes, and when she was not recognized, she sat down in the waiting area and started reading a magazine. Pretty soon, when she perked back up from being absorbed in People magazine, she realized there was a line of customers, and the pharmacist was helping those customers and not really coming back to address her. And we heard about this because she elevated it to the manager, and she called our 800 number and told us about this experience. So can you all visualize that from the customer's experience? And would you agree that the customer probably knows exactly what they think went wrong in that scenario? So I want you to think of that scenario. Take a minute, just write down on one of your Post-its what went wrong. And if you get a brainstorm of something you think that went right, just put that on a separate Post-it, and we'll capture that for discussion later. We certainly want to talk about that as well. Write down as many ideas as you want to present. I think I hear pens starting to wrap up a little bit, so let me give you about a 1-minute warning to capture your last thoughts. This is kind of a quasi-brainstorming. You guys get to brainstorm, but hopefully I can manage when we write them down. And Patrick, are you willing to start us off this time? Just give us one of your items.
Just one?
Yes, we'll go around and we'll capture the other ones later.
We have proof that we're not sure. No peripheral vision.
Okay.
Nobody looked up.
Okay, let's have the next one. Jamie?
Was not acknowledged before the others came along. They took them first.
Okay. Thank you. Who's our next one? Shantae?
Customer service was dishonored.
Can I abbreviate that? CS?
Yes.
Was dishonored. You guys have great, powerful, descriptive words. Luke, what do you think went wrong?
Well, after there was already a line, there was no acknowledgement that this customer had been waiting longer than the others.
Right. Okay? Who's our next one?
We did not manage the customer's expectation for the time it took to fill. And
Okay.
had we done that, if it would have been 45 minutes, and we thought that, the customer might have been satisfied with that and planned for it. But we didn't do that.
Okay, so she didn't have an opportunity to decide how to,
Correct.
whether or not to go forward. Time to deliver. Is that a good caption?
Close enough.
Yeah. Okay, who's next, David?
I just put customer not valued.
Have a few more?
Treated the customer's time as not important.
All right. We've got a few more. Tom?
We didn't do what we said we were going
Didn't do what said.
to do. Integrity.
Okay, I like that. Integrity. How's my writing? Can you all read it? Get to the bottom of the barrel here. We have two more. Michael?
We showed an attitude of indifference.
Showed an attitude of indifference.
Good word.
Yeah. And we have one more.
No signal to indicate the customer was ready.
Okay. Great job on this brainstorming activity. Let me just set the stage for what we're going to use this to do next, because our time is running short and we're just going to wrap up for a short break. What we're going to do next is talk about different categories. Would you agree there might be different categories? Some might have to do with, leave you to fill in the blanks later, but we're going to talk about all these great suggestions, bucket them into categories so that we can keep building our activities toward what we want to take action on and moving towards our end result. So thank you very much, guys. Excellent participation and engagement. I hope you enjoy a break, and we'll come back shortly.
Give it a hand.